they're starting to realize that indeed you're not like everybody else. They're starting to realize they cannot categorize you and treat you like they treated all these previous people in their lives, because you are not that and that is not it. And they're starting to realize that some of these individuals had to learn the hard way, but they learned today. Some of them tried to sun you. They literally patted you on your head, gave you a Capri Sun, and sent you on your way, thinking that they can treat you as if you were a child, thinking that they can treat you as if you were gullible and naive, because some of us come in that innocent kind of childlike mentality, but they didn't know how intuitive you were. They didn't know how bold you were. They didn't know that you saw straight through them. They didn't realize that about you, so they treated you like you didn't know any better, not knowing that God was just giving them grace through you, because he called you to them. He told you to help them. He told you to speak over them. He told you to be there for them. And they fumbled. They mistreated you. They tried to sun you, treat you as if you're a grasshopper, as if you're nobody. They're realizing, though, that you're not like everybody else. You're not like everybody else. And they're learning that, sweetheart. Again, some of them learning the hard way. Whether it be you talking your truth, whether it be God putting them on their butt, whether it be, family members or other people coming against them, the same energy that they put out towards you, they're receiving it. They're receiving it. That's how it works. And it's not that you're speaking anything over anybody's life. No. But you cannot treat people any kind of way and don't think that you're going to be held accountable for it. That's for me, you, and anybody else. They're realizing that you're not like these other individuals, that you're not like anybody they've ever encountered. And they cannot sun you. So listen, welcome to all of you that are new to the Walk Heavy channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Thank you for those of you that are returning. Thank you all so much. Y'all already know I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Those of you that are new, please know over here is all gas, no brakes. We're putting our foot on the enemy's neck and we're not letting go. Again, thank you. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to the channel. We're now family. Even if you're old, you're new, we're now family and we're walking this journey out together. For those of you that are new, yes, I'm reading from some index cards. I write on them before I get online and allow the Spirit to speak to me and through me concerning your situation. So let's get into the first one, y'all. James 4:6. God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. God opposes the proud, but gives grace to the humble. See, when you came into their lives, when you came into the room, when you went on the job, you came in humility. Even if you felt like you already knew, even if you felt like you were already experienced at the position, you still didn't allow that to be the headline, that to reign over what God has called you to do. You sat back and you took the back seat and you learned what you needed to learn for that season. You were humble. You were humble, even if you could see straight through them, even if you knew they were playing games, even if you knew that they weren't who they say they were, you still played along to get along because you were being humble. You were trying to give them grace. But listen, sweetheart, these individuals are realizing that it was never them. It's always been you. Humbly. They're realizing they can't sun you. They can't play in your face no more. They never could, but you were so humble about it. You were so humble about it. Let's go to the first one, y'all. They was testing you, but God gave you the cheat sheet. These individuals was testing your patience. They was testing your gangster. They was trying to see if you were really going to turn up and turn out like them, if you were going to play the tit for tat game. And maybe in one season you did. Maybe you gave them what they wanted in that season, but you retract. You asked for forgiveness. You told God you didn't want to play the games no more, to release you, and he did exactly that. And the moment you walked away, the moment you turned away, they realized that you truly weren't like everybody else. They thought they had won. They were testing you, but God had already given you the cheat sheet. You had already knew what time it was. And for whatever reason you stayed. That was just your lesson. That was just your lesson. But you already knew what time it was. These individuals didn't realize how intuitive you were. They were testing you, but God gave you the cheat sheet. You already had the blueprint. People don't realize that as a chosen one, God sends you places. And when he sends you there, he has already equipped you to deal with whatever is going on in that environment, in that relationship, in that family dynamic. And even though we don't have all the puzzle pieces, we don't have all the details, we go knowing that he's going to take care of us. Knowing that he called us to these people. He gave you the cheat sheet. You may not have known every single answer, but you already knew what time it was. You already knew what time it was. They didn't. So they kept playing, kept pushing you, kept triggering you, kept being in and out, kept acting like they couldn't give you the time of the day, but give it to everybody else. But the moment you cut that cord, the moment you stop playing games with them, the moment you say, you know what, I don't want to do this no more, they realize now that you're not like everybody else and they cannot sun you. They cannot treat you as if you're their child or that you just don't know any better. That you're just gullible. They can't treat you like that no more. You were never that. You were never that. Let's go to the next one. You didn't subscribe to their idea of who they thought you were or should be. You didn't subscribe to their idea of who they thought you were or should be. We're talking about these individuals who thought that you were just going to continue to take what it is they were offering you. But you're like, you know what? I'm not subscribing to this. And if I did subscribe, I'm unsubscribing. I am unsubscribing from this foolery, from this foolishness, from all this mess that y'all got going on. I want no parts of that. And they thought that you were going to continue to just allow them to pull you along, pull you through the mud. They thought that they didn't even get a chance to really get to know you. They thought they had you figured out. They thought they had you figured out. They had an idea of who you were and who you should be. And they took that and they ran with it. Took that and ran with it. Thought they could play games because you were so meek, so humble, so loving, so kind, so patient. But now they're realizing that you're not like everybody else. They're realizing that. Let's go to the last one, y'all. Their behavior placed them in past tense energy in your life. Their behavior placed them in past tense energy in your life. Some of these people thought they will always have a spot in your heart. And maybe you do still love them. But you love you enough to let them go. And they didn't realize that. They thought they would always be number one. They thought you would always put them ahead of everybody else. You would always show up for them. You would always be that yes man. So they treated you just like that. They treated you just like that. Like they can come back and forth whenever they want to, put you in rotation with all their other options. But no sir, no ma'am. You're nobody's option. Nobody. And they're realizing that. They know now that you're not like everybody else and they can't play with you like you're everybody else. Those days are over. Those days are over for you and for them too. Because now you're realizing your value. Now you realize that you can do better and be better. You know that now. And you're continuing to learn. You're continuing to grow. You're continuing to heal. And if anybody cannot give you what you deserve, listen, the cutoff game is on 100 right now. Because you've been through enough. You've dealt with enough. And now this behavior, this energy is past tense in your life. And they're realizing that. They're realizing that they're a non-factor anymore. They're realizing it. So y'all listen, this is a short video, but please know I love you all so much. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. I love y'all so much. Again, thank you for continuing to show up. Thank you for your PayPals, your Cash Apps, your super thanks, your love, your support, your comments, your shares. Thank you for continuing to do you, be you, being bold, being authentic, realizing your value, and knowing that God has called you to be who you are, and nobody has to validate that. You've already been validated. You've already been validated. I love you all so much. Until next time, y'all be easy. Peace.